Hey everyone, this is Pilot, and welcome to the January 2024 project update for Bionicle Origin-1. For the uninitiated, Bionicle Origin-1 is a long-term project of mine, which aims to revamp the lore of Bionicle. I've been working on this for some time now, and today I'd like to give you a preview of some new content that'll be arriving very soon. The most important announcement is that Bionicle Origin-1 will now be hosted on its own dedicated website. This has been a dream of mine ever since I began this endeavor, and while it's still a work in progress, I'd like to give you a tour of the website along with the content it'll have at launch. When you first enter the website, you'll be greeted with the homepage of the Origin-1 Codex. This is the main body of content for Bionicle Origin-1, which you'll be familiar with if you've been following the project. Essentially, this is the Origin-1 equivalent to sites like Biosector 01, a depository of information on my version of the Bionicle universe. Upon scrolling down, you'll see a section advertising the latest content within the Codex, along with the central legend behind my storyline. This passage explains the origins of the Origin-1 universe, in a similar manner to the classic mythology involving Mananui and Makuta. You'll notice the top section references something called an expansion. These are large content drops that I hope to release on a semi-yearly basis. Future expansions will focus on specific storylines from Bionicle, but this first one will function more like an anthology. Let's take a closer look at what this expansion has to offer. Expansion 0, Legends, draws its lore from multiple eras of the Origin-1 universe, and I hope this variety will give a good indication of the content you can expect in the future. There will be 5 Codex Entries: Toa Helrix, Kanohi, Matora Elements, the Matoran Species, and Toa Viara. Not only will this introduce some of the basic elements of this universe, but you'll also get to know new and old characters alike. For this preview, we'll be checking out the entry on Kanohi. When writing these, I try to be as comprehensive as possible, so while there are only 5 entries, each will have a lot of information on offer. For example, this entry explores the origins of Kanohi, the process behind their creation, and the different Kanohi classifications. There's even a list of every known Kanohi in the Origin-1 universe, which leads to my next point. Future expansions will bring new entries to the Codex, but they'll also make updates to existing ones. So while there are only 2 Kanohi in the list currently, this will expand as more characters get introduced to the Codex. That concludes our preview of the Origin-1 Codex, but that's not all the website has to offer. There are still 2 more areas of the site left to explore, which both play important roles in the Origin-1 project. Now it's time we discuss the MA Trilogy, a series of novels set in the Origin-1 universe. This story has existed in one form or another for almost 7 years now, making it the oldest section of this project by far. In fact, this story is the very reason the Origin-1 Codex came about in the first place. Set on a post-Reformation Spherus Magna, there are many creative liberties I wanted to take, which required alterations to the existing Bionicle canon. So I thought, why try to insert this story into the existing Bionicle universe, when I could use it as the basis for an entirely new one instead? Keep in mind that this will be a lengthy endeavor, which you likely won't be hearing about for a very long time. Just know that this is another project I'll have running behind the scenes. This page is only meant as a teaser of things to come, and should this project come to fruition, this will also become its home on the website. And finally, we have the News tab, where you can find project updates just like this. These updates will be available in both video and text formats, releasing usually on a bi-monthly basis. As I'm sure you've gathered from this update, these will give previews of upcoming content for Bionicle Origin-1. This marks the end of our preview of the Origin-1 website, along with the project's first content drop, Expansion 0, Legends. I hope you enjoyed this extended look at what I've been working on, and are looking forward to the website's launch. Speaking of said launch, I don't have a concrete release date, but I hope to have this out within the early months of 2024. Thanks for checking out the January 2024 project update for Bionicle Origin-1. This is Pilot, signing off.